Time once again for that game day preview. GDP, it's catching on like wildfire, Mikey, as was the Hokies offense against NC State. They'll need that offense again going up against a very talented team in the Miami Hurricanes this week on the road.
Yeah, it was good to see them take a step forward. Coach Beamer said, we're not going to stay the same. We're going to have to move forward. They were able to do that. They were able to run the football 200 yards on the ground, certainly helped the passing game. I thought Motley took a step forward in reading. His progressions were excellent, especially on the touchdown passes to Isaiah Ford, who had a big game. Trayvon McMillan saw how good he was. And so getting the ball to the playmakers, the defense was solid. Golly, did they play great after that first 10 points that they surrendered. They made the adjustments and got the job done. So it's encouraging to see that they didn't stay the same. They moved forward and got the job done.
Shane Beamer has said that Trayvon McMillan will once again be the feature back. We're also waiting to see if Michael Brewer will be back and how that might change the look of this team offensively.
You never know. I mean, Michael Brewer is certainly a big part of the team. If he's well, he'll probably get some reps. If he's not, Motley will continue to progress. I think you go back to last year, it was a long, long night for the Hokies in Blacksburg. I mean, the Hokies couldn't stop them. Duke Johnson had 249 yards, 29 carries. But as bad as it was, ladies, and you weren't here, the third quarter, the Hokies had 3 opportunities in Miami territory, and they fumbled all 3 of them away. They could have got back in the game as bad as it was, so they did make some adjustments, but still got embarrassed at home, and I think the players remember that.
Ton of talent, some of the guys that Mike just mentioned. As you mentioned, Duke Johnson, now a member of the Cleveland Browns. Joseph Yearby's taken over for him. Stacy Coley's having a big week, or had a big week last week, and having a big year to this point. You mentioned Brad Kaya. He's the big reason why Dwayne Lawson is a Hokie.
Yeah, he really is. You think about that. Dwayne Lawson was going to go down there. He saw how good Brad Kaya was as a freshman. Thought, you know what, I might not get a lot of playing time down there. So he ended up being a Hokie, which is good for Virginia Tech. Brad Kaya is a terrific player. Came all the way from LA to go to Miami to be part of the U. And so it tells you something about what he's like. He showed you against Florida State how good he is.
One of the other matchups we'll be watching for, the Hokies defensive line up against an offensive line that lost 3 seniors from last year. We'll see if Virginia Tech can't take advantage of some of that inexperience. Here's your GDP nugget for the week. The mother of Brad Kaya, actually the actress who played Felicia in Friday back in 1995. So we say for the GDP, bye Felicia.